Alrighty, here's part 2 of the Piers Morgan Nick Fuentes interview. This one focuses on the whole immigration thing. So I'll pop in the video and we'll take it from there.
You know, I get a lot of attacks when I talk about that I'm against interracial marriage. And what's funny is that every other group is against interracial or interethnic marriage. Jews,
but you're the
Chinese,
you're the product of an
Hispanics.
interracial marriage.
Yeah, I mean, that's debatable.
Not
Let's
really.
say for the sake of argument,
really.
Sure.
No, you're the product of an interracial marriage. And your father is part Mexican. You're literally,
for the sake of argument,
the very person you've just told me you want to avoid.
What race is Hispanic? Is that a race?
Well, what do you think it is?
I'm asking you, what race is Hispanic?
Hispanic, of course it's a race. It's called Hispanic.
It's a mix between two races. It's a mix between indigenous Americans
and Europeans.
It's not white,
though, is it? It's not white.
To be fair, I have actually heard of white Mexicans. They're like descended from white people who immigrated to Mexico. Now, with the Spaniards and the natives mixing, the reason why the Spanish men did that, there wasn't enough Spanish women. And more often than not, as soon as a Spanish man could get a Spanish woman, he left the native Mexican wife, woman. There's actually a ghost story about that, in which the Spanish man leaves his Mexican wife, and in her grief, she yeets her 2 sons in a river, and then she becomes even more grief-stricken because she realized she just yeeted her 2 sons. And then she yeets herself and comes back as a ghost and starts trying to abduct other people's children to try to get her children back, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, apparently you're more of a racial purist than me. You got like
Not
a
really.
one-drop
You just
rule
keep
thing
saying you
going.
only want to live in a
Kind of.
white neighborhood, but you're literally from a mixed race background yourself. You've literally got Mexican blood.
I know, and I live in a non-white neighborhood too. I'm trying to get out of here, though. But I'm trying to get out. But here's the thing.
Do you have any non-white? Do you have any non-white friends?
Oh wow, the whole "do you have any non-white friends?" Strange. I wonder what Piers Morgan would say if Nick said no.
Consider myself a racial realist.
You know who else was a racial realist? Muhammad Ali. Here, I'll pop in a video for you.
Any white woman in this audience today, any white man in this audience today, in their right minds, don't want little black boys and little black girls coming around your homes, schools, and churches looking to marry your sons and daughters, and in return introducing your grandchildren as little half-brown, kinky-head Negro children. No intelligent black man in this audience, no intelligent black woman in this audience want little white boys and little white girls coming to marry their sons and daughters, and in return introducing your grandchildren as little half-white, green-eyed, blonde-haired Negroes. We are not seeking to lose our identity in blood mixing and our beautiful black African history. We don't hate you. We don't hate those of you who are white. We just want to stay black. We love my color. I just love myself.
So yeah, I guess Muhammad Ali is a racial realist too. Because what's wrong with what he said? There's nothing wrong with preserving diversity. So how can what he said be racy? Moreover, the left say black people can't be racy.
I'm realistic about how the races are, and I speak provocatively about it. And I speak provocatively about our tribalistic instincts and tendencies as human beings. And I'm not a liberal ideologue that says that over time and with enough education, we're all going to see this great brotherhood where we're colorblind and everybody's the same. You know, I don't think that's ever going away. I think that race is real. It's not just skin deep. It matters to us and it matters to each other. And black people know that, and Hispanics know that, and Asians know that, and people like me that have partial Mexican ancestry, we know that too. And I think on that basis, we can have mutual respect and understanding, not aversion based on skin color.
The reason I use the word aversion is you literally said that you should walk the other way if you see black people. That is an aversion to black people based on their skin color.
No, that's called economy of information. That's economy of information. That's safety.
In other words, common sense. If I see someone walking towards me, their face is all tatted up and their pants are drooping down by their knees, I'm going to walk the other way or get on the other side of the road because I don't want to walk by a person like that.
And I said in the same monologue, if you watch it, it's like, I feel sorry. The problem is you clip the 10 seconds. I don't know if you watched the whole show, but in that monologue, I said, most black people are not violent or criminals. I said, and it's unfortunate that we're going to offend them when we turn and walk the other way.
Yeah, it sucks their feelings are going to get hurt, but you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I said, but the problem is we don't know. We can't tell. And someone like Irina Zarutska, she sat down in front of a black man with her headphones in and wasn't paying attention because she was being a good liberal and said, I'm not uncomfortable by this. I'm progressive. Then she got stabbed in the neck. And I said, it's unfortunate that you would have to sit behind the black man to be safe. And if he's not violent or schizophrenic, he might be offended by that. I said, but I would rather offend him than die.
How many deranged white men have committed atrocious acts of murder in the last 10 years in America?
Proportionally, far fewer.
But how many?
Fewer.
How many? Do you know how many?
You have a research team. You pull it
No,
up.
I mean,
I don't have it in front of me.
You're obviously extremely exercised by that one story, which was horrific for the record, absolutely horrific, and should never have happened. The person who perpetrated that evil act had a string of previous offenses.
If I'm not mistaken, that guy was arrested 14 times. He has schizophrenia and lots of other mental illnesses. He should have been in an insane asylum. If he was in an insane asylum, Irina Zarutska would still be alive. Now, as for why what happened to Irina Zarutska is so shocking, 3 reasons. 1, you could literally watch as the guy stabs her in the neck, while as she's cowering in a ball, slowly passing. 2, there's a whole whack of people just sitting right next to her on the other side of the train, and as far as I could tell, they were doing nothing. And 3, the guy even said, I got that white biatch.
And should have been picked up more, and it should have been amplified more. I completely concur with all of that. But I just suspect you have no idea how many white people have committed similar crimes, do you?
No, because I know it's far fewer from experience. Okay. Because it's like you said. Well, and hang on. And I would add to that, you know, Irina Zarutska wasn't the first one. That was also after Austin Metcalf was killed in Texas.
Sure.
After
But
Carmelo
how many
Anthony
times has it
stabbed
been
him in the neck.
perpetrated by white people?
Well, hang on. Let me finish my point.
But you're
and
implying that white people don't do this. And my point to you, Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, Nick never said white people don't do it. But anyway, that's it for my thoughts on this Nick Morgan segment. Take care out there in Clown World.